The following segment is sponsored by Eastern Title and Settlement and the Mortgage Link. Spring is a season that is traditionally one of the better times for home buying, and it's right around the corner. So joining us now to tell us what we can expect this year are Josh Green, the president of Eastern Title and Settlement, Marielle Kabin with the Realty One Group, and Carey Riel from the Mortgage Link, who also has our deal of the day. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. It's always great to see you.
Great to be back.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, hey, Carey, we'd love to start with that deal of the day.
Yeah. Just want to remind all our first-time home buyers that are under the impression that you need a lot of money to purchase a home. You don't. We've got a lot of programs that offer sometimes zero to no money or no cash out of pocket. There are grants, down payment assistance programs that will allow you to get into a property, like I said, with little to no money out of pocket. So give us a phone call. Let's see if you qualify for those things and see how we can get you into a property. Okay. And we also have the QR code. If you do own a home or interested, do the QR code and it'll help you give a value to determine what the property value is now.
Okay, fantastic. We will share that again at the end of this interview. Thank you for sharing. Marielle, all right, spring is here. It's known as the busiest home buying season. Why is spring always the most active when it comes to home buying?
Well, historically, during the spring market, we can see the most amount of listings come into the market. And in the past 5 years, historically, we haven't seen the leverage that buyers now have. We are approaching the spring with a normalized and stable market, whereas Carey mentioned, the interest rates have dropped significantly as buyers now have additional purchase power. But more than that, with the additional inventory, there's about 11% more inventory, 34,000 active listings currently on the market, and that gives buyers more options, more leverage as they craft their offers, and gives them a little bit more time to go through the due diligence period and figure out if it's the right fit for them.
Good to know. Due diligence is always what we want to do when we're about to buy one of our biggest purchases, right?
And especially right now, just after all this bad weather, everybody's been sitting there, not going out because, I mean, they just cleared the snow finally.
Yeah.
Finally.
Like what, last week?
Yeah.
And then it snowed for like a day or two, so.
Kept people inside. Plus you can't see the property. It's covered in snow and ice. And
exactly.
Here we are.
Which is a perfect mixture for a lot of people to get out there and potentially run into scenarios where you're competing against many purchasers at the same time. So get all your ducks in a row, get fully approved, make sure that you get your team together early, and that when you go see a property, if it's something that you really like, that you're prepared to move forward right away and make an offer. Yeah.
Sounds good. What other strategies can buyers use to stand out when without overextending themselves financially?
As Carey mentioned, being prepared is one of the top things that you can do. Getting connected with a real estate agent, a lender, understanding their financials. So as they go into homes, it's an easy decision of whether or not there's a connection because the numbers already make sense.
And also something else is really important. It's not just what you can afford, it's about your personal budget. So even before you go look at properties, whoever's purchasing the property with you, think about how much of the cash you have you're willing to put into the property, how much is liquid, what are you willing to invest, and then what do you want to make in mortgage payments so that when you go look at properties, you're looking at the right sales price. Last thing you want to do
the
is
school district too.
Well, all that stuff, but you don't want to go look at a property that is something you can afford, but it's outside of what you want to spend.
Right.
Psychologically, you can't really go backwards from there. So.
Yeah. But Josh, like you mentioned, there's other factors too. There's so many factors that go into buying a home, especially if this might be your forever home. It's like, what is your future going to look like? What schools will your kids go to?
We were just talking about that. You have a kid or you buy a house, right? Like,
but can we have our cake and eat it too?
The same,
oh gosh.
But
Mario's like, I'm not going to have another child. I want to buy a house.
Right.
So
I hope this isn't your husband's first time hearing that.
If you go and you get into a good school district, you don't have to put your kid in private school.
That's true.
So you can put more money towards your house. So it really does make a difference the better the school district is, because then you might not, have to go to private school where you can go to public school, and that saves you $20, $30, maybe $50,000 depending on the school that now can go toward your house.
Great advice. All right, as we wrap up here, what would you say your top piece of advice would be for someone who wants to be confident this spring market and make these smart decisions as they enter the home buying market for the spring?
I would say connect with your agent early, connect with your lender early, and also be strategic as we're looking at homes. This is something that buyers did not have in the last 5 years, and sellers really have to up their game as pricing pricing, conditions, and strategy are going to be their best friend, and buyers have all the leverage right now as we enter this spring market.
All right, thank you so much for being here. Great conversation. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
All right, here's another look at the deal of the day. For more, the number to call is 301-996-7432 or visit themortgagelink.com. And you can also scan the QR code on your screen right now to see the value of your property. And be sure to follow the Real Estate Top Performers on YouTube to get more advice on buying and selling a home in today's market.